Typhoon Krathon, also known as Julian in the Philippines, is nearing landfall in southwestern Taiwan. Thousands of people have already been evacuated ahead of this storm, and we are already seeing heavy rain totals in southeastern areas of the island as that flow wraps around and smacks into the mountains out here. And no surprise there, areas in pink indicating over 300 millimeters already. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we're all said and done here, we get some areas in southeastern Taiwan of 500 to 1,000 millimeters of total precipitation. But that inner core, that inner eye wall still wrapped up here, albeit it is starting to get a little bit squished as we start to lean up against these mountains. And we do have some dry air on the western periphery of it. You see kind of the warmer cloud tops here just towards the west of the eye. So on the left side of the storm, winds aren't actually going to be that bad. I'm not terribly concerned about even winds all the way over here towards the coast of China, but that right front quadrant, even though it's going to be bumping up against the mountains, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some funneling in here, and it is going to be a nasty night, I should say, Wednesday night here into Thursday morning of weather across southwestern Taiwan. In fact, winds at the Beaufort scale already up to 12. That is just sufficient typhoon strength conditions as the storm system comes on shore. Before I get into our fantastic graphics from Metro Weather, though, I do want to quickly mention one of our sponsors. This is Ground News, and just real quick, just want to mention, these site is great for looking up meteorological impacts overseas, locally, wherever you are. All I did here was type in Typhoon Taiwan, and it just puts out a whole list from a variety of different news agencies about the impacts here. But in today's world of media bias, it does show you kind of where each article stands and what each news agency stands. So good news, with a typhoon, typically everybody kind of falls right in the center. It's about reporting those facts and getting the information out there, but it does show which side kind of leans which way, and especially in responses, it gives you the facts and kind of shows you what type of the angle maybe some of these news agencies are coming across. So it's interesting to see here, and just interesting to see the different agencies and how they report on this storm. If you want to check them out, link is down below. It helps out me and it helps out the channel if you do use the link, if you want to go and visit that groundnews.com. All right, let's talk about our forecast here. And first off, with our satellite imagery as it pulls off towards north and east. And really, this is from Metro Weather's graphics. See that dry air kind of filtering on the back side of it, but still the striations in the cloud, even off towards the east here. We have plenty of moist air inflow coming into the storm, so that is still going to add up those rain totals. With these mountains, though, squeezing out that tremendous amount of precipitation, it is going to cause this storm system to weaken significantly as it moves over Taiwan. So yeah, rain totals are going to be astronomical. There definitely is going to be damage and storm surge threat in southwestern areas of the island as this comes on shore here tonight into pretty much early Thursday morning. But after it moves over Taiwan, I'm not concerned about a typhoon re-emerging even over towards Okinawa. In fact, due to the northeast monsoon kind of pushing this, some guidance actually drifts this storm back towards the south and west, kind of closer to Hong Kong as just a remnant low. I wouldn't let it concern you. I know the Pagasa actually takes a track kind of like that. I'm not concerned about redevelopment. It's going to be sheared apart. Main concern right now is that rainfall out here, and hopefully everybody has made those kind of proper preparations. Winds are still an issue, though. Good news for the Philippines, winds are starting to fall apart. Or I shouldn't say fall apart, reduce here as our storm pulls towards the north, but it's really across the Taiwan Strait. You're kind of going to see those gusts. And look at this, even on Friday, center circulations here maybe near the east coast, but you still have those winds at tropical storm strength all along the west coast. So even after the storm system passes, for those areas most damaged, the winds are going to continue to stick around throughout the day on Friday and the Saturday because of this kind of Amihan northeast monsoonal setup with those winds pouring in out of Siberia on the backside of the low. So there's going to be a cool, stiff breeze in Taipei and all across the west coast of Taiwan after the storm system moves off towards the north. So just keep that in mind if you're out here. There's going to be several days of gusty conditions, as well as that flood threat. Make sure you're smart. Everybody here knows, and we're already starting to see it, so hopefully everybody made those preparations ahead of time. All right, looking at our flyover here, still got some scattered showers here across parts of the Philippines. Go over towards Palawan, 32 degrees. You're looking at maybe some on and off showers, but nothing too terribly concerned about at this time. And then we scoot back towards north. We need some drier weather in places like Manila, Subic, and over towards Baguio, 24 degrees. Some isolated afternoon showers here on our Thursday, but I wouldn't be surprised along our northern cities you start to see that kind of transfer of the winds. And we see the broader picture here, what I'm talking about. Watch how these winds spill on the left side of what is left of Julian, and it starts to almost create a bit of a northeast monsoonal flow. Meanwhile, looking ahead, we kind of have a little trough trying to develop here and here, heading through the weekend and into next week. I'm going to keep an eye on these guys. We're starting to get to that time of year where, the easterlies are dominating. So, of course, we have, more storms forming in the Philippine Sea, and they're going to kind of take these westward tracks. So, it's something to watch out for. I think for Guam, though, Sunday over towards Monday, going to be some messy weather. And if you're curious, I haven't talked much about Jebi. It's because after it impacted the Northern Mariana Islands, almost came a fish storm here. Now pulling well off towards north into the North Pacific, and not terribly concerned about that. All right, so big shout out to everybody who supports this channel. Please check out that sponsor, groundnews.com. You can look at the link down below. Make sure you add the little Westpac weather into the link. And yes, if you want to support the channel, check that out, or you can check out our Patreon. Link is down below as well. We keep these updates going, and our goal is to hopefully keep some of you at least safe during the storm. All right. Have a great day.